EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Southern California and the gorgeous SoFi Stadium in the Los Angeles suburb of Inglewood. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson up here in the booth. Greg, we've looked at this matchup, talk about the offenses, the defense. It feels like a tight one, and usually what does that mean? Special teams could be a big factor in who gets out of here with the dome.
Each week when we come into these games, Mike, we probably do a disservice to just the importance of how much special teams plays a factor in deciding the outcome of these games. And you're exactly right. When teams find themselves very similar on offense, very similar on defense, all the metrics, all the stats, can you find an advantage, even the slightest one, in the kicking game, the return game, generate a turnover or a big kick return? Sometimes that little slight advantage is all you need to tip the scales in your favor.
First play of the game, first throw of the game. Moving to his left. Now he'll run it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
This one is complete to DK Metcalf. And the mark him down just shy of the 40. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Metcalf, the motion man. Now, faking the give. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They've got him. Nolan Smith getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6. They send the tight end in motion. Back to throw. That's to the left side and taken in by Smith. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's caught by Miller. 17 yards on that play. That's a Steeler first down.
And a Steeler first down.
Metcalf, the motion man. To the air now on 1st and 10. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw in the pass is incomplete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. The first carry for the Spartans. Kenneth Walker. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They're locked in on this drive. Second connection for that pair. This one gaining 22. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench to the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Hey, go lion. Set.
Herbert going to throw on this first play. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a first down.
15 yards on the play. And the Chargers, first down.
Now it's Herbert. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Brings up second and 11.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. It's the Chargers with the football to begin this second quarter. They've got third down and less than a yard. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. They'll be brought down at the 37, but that is good enough for a first down.
And the Chargers.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's four-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on third and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points. So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation, but now they find themselves in second and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. He'll get this out to his running back. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming.
Set, go. 380. Ready.
They'll go for it. It's Herbert. And he cannot get the throw off. He's going to be sacked. And they will turn it over on down. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
1 yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9. He'll drop the throw. He completes it to Marshall. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off. And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. This one into the hands of Marshall. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third down.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Open receiver is Marshall. He's got it. And he's going to have the Steelers first down. drive moving, and then some. Metcalf, the motion man. Back to the air one more time. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got...
Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And the Chargers are going to have the ball at their own 18-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Herbert now on first down. Headed left, buying time.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
I had a defender draped all over, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
And 3 yards to go.
Shotgun now for Herbert. And that is incomplete.
And the defense knew they had to be ready for anything here on third and short. They decided to put the ball in the air, and they might have been better off keeping that ball on the ground because that defense was ready for it, and they were all over it.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. They do go for it. It's Herbert. That is hard down the field. He's got it. And he's going to have the Chargers first down. Going to have it by plenty. Huge gainer on fourth down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Herbert. This is caught down that right sideline. And he's in. Touchdown, LA.
Coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle four, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Here comes a return from the 3. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. On first down, Herbert. Open man downfield. It's Pittman. And he will score.
A dazzling facility located here in the heart of Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Welcome everybody to the booth. I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Hewitt for this game. And Brock, as a former quarterback, I know your focus is on the offensive side of the ball ahead of this kickoff.
Yeah, these two offenses are so fun to watch because the best offenses in this league, Kate, they're about trust. And it just pops out. When you study them during the week on the game film, you just see it. They trust one another. That's head coach, that's coordinator, that's play caller, that's to the quarterback, and then certainly the 11 on the field. Both these groups are getting it done.
This one going, and it's away in Madden Ultimate Team. Marvin Mims now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Offense out now to get us started. It's first and 10.
Here we go, set. Nike, 18.
Daniel's going to throw to get us started. Is the in route complete? He's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. All set now, first and 10.
At the 45-yard line.
Here we go. Panther 60, Panther 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger, Mustang 19. Go.
To throw, Daniels. And the Chargers get home, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Second and 20 at the 35-yard line.
From the gun, it's Daniels. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to charge loose, incomplete. Now, not surprising that his reputation preceded him here, Brock. They got double coverage on him to try and slow him down.
Yeah, that's what you get. When you're this good and you're this talented, you're going to get the attention, especially early in the game. Now, what kind of adjustments can he make offensively?
Finds him on the crossing route. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Come on. Set, alert. Take it. Go.
On first down, they'll run. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Run to the ground by Dante Jackson. Last run got him 7. Here comes second and 3.
Brings up second and 3.
Back-to-back carries here. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
The tackle made at the 36.
Third down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive.
Third down and 2.
6 the Eagles, 6 Vikings, 18.
Another carry for him. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Good opening drive to this point. They've got another first down at the 34.
Here we go.
This time it's a passing play. Escapes the puck, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's second down.
Second and 17 at the 41-yard line.
Now Daniels to throw. Builds up this one off to his running back, complete. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Nickel look by the Chargers here, third down.
Ready, go.
Out of the gun, Daniels. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
Here we go.
Daniels to throw on fourth. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. That's a gain of 10, and staring at that turnover on downs. Instead, he picked up the first. That big fourth down call is how we close out our first quarter. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Welcome back. Time for our second quarter. The Falcons with a chance to score. Jump off caught by his back. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
I know coordinator quarterback don't be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
18, Pioneer. Let go.
Daniels is going to throw again. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw, but it's incomplete.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
18, ready, go.
To the air again, Daniels. That's caught for the first. And they will be on the verge of a touchdown here, partner, as he pushes this down to the 5-yard line. So a timely moment for a big play, and they get the first on 3rd and 19.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Let's go now. Viking, 18. Let's go. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Well, Brock, still awaiting our first points of this game, and we've arrived at our 2-minute warning. More from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in just a moment. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Count. Hey, smash. Ready.
They'll try and punch it in, and he's in for the touchdown. The Falcons get some late points and the lead. All right, so we're already into the second quarter, Brock, but that was just their opening drive of this football game. Fortunately, they did get a touchdown out of it.
Yep, and if opportunities with the ball are going to be as frequent as they've been to start this game, you got to make each and one of those chances count. In that area, they are perfect 1-for-1.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Here's Smith on the return. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
I allowed this man to have the ball the whole damn half, man.
Chargers getting set. 1st and 10.
Sorry ass team he got.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They give it to him again. And he'll be letting it line to limit the game to a yard. Play made by E.J. Speed.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
Back to the well again. He cuts it toward the right sideline. There's a lot of space. He makes it in for the Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers earn the chance to tie it before halftime.
Chargers.
Myers gets the point after to go. And the Chargers respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early.
Jason Myers set to
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. On the return, here's Mims. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
the Falcons take
Come out here and throw this interception, dog.
at their own 20-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's second down coming up. We'll try again from the 20 after the incompletion.
Here we go. Start. Go.
The give here on second. He's going to be brought down right at the 35. Play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
70, 19.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. He's got his man. That's Travis Kelce. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. Just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard
Thrown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line.
Tackled back at the 46-yard line.
Daniels from the pistol. Has it downfield, working the left. He's going to have this one down to the 28. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts.
Hold it ready.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Daniels. Forced out to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky. Stay tight and force the throw away.
It's a nice chunk. Looks like about 5. It's going to be 3rd down. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 35. Here's Daniels. Completed over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, so they can take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half. From the red zone now. Pressure's there, and the Chargers got him. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Something's got to be the difference.
This boy be out here doing stupid stuff, man. Should have kicked a field goal.
Up and running once again. Here's Smith on the return.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Chased out to his right. Hits his running back. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. Just 1 play into this drive, and they are already sitting on their own 45.
It's a gain of 23 yards. 1st down, Chargers.
Throwing on 1st is Herbert. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Try and get it into Nico Collins. And now they face 2nd down. Back to the air, Herbert. Complete out to the right. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Herbert. He's got it, complete to Collins. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40.
We got another quitter or what? What we doing, huh?
gain of 12
It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and come right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
So first down from the 41.
Set. 21. 80. Set.
Now Herbert again. Dumps it off to his running back. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
It's on the in route. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Working quickly here.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Herbert to throw once more.
14-yard line.
Little off centers, man, just couldn't adjust to it. First time this game they've looked to him. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short?
Set. Set.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
And the Chargers, first down. 1st and goal, Los Angeles.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that makes it 2nd and goal. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown. And you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
Offense in the hurry up here.
2-yard pickup brings up
3rd and goal. Here's Herbert. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers take the lead right away in half number 2. Myers to add the PAT.
Chargers.
Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Falcons 7.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Mims. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Liking 18. Ready.
From the gun, it's Daniels. He's got it over the middle. And this is brought to a stop up at, say, the 34-yard line there. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Falcon first down.
34-yard line.
Come on, come on.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Completed to his running back. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. So we're through 3 here. It's Falcons football. A nice little help for them as they trail entering the quarter. 2nd and 3 now.
Here we go.
Putting a receiver in motion.
19 Tigers.
Running for the marker on 2nd.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Fresh for moving the chains that time.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a first down, that's a bonus.
50-yard line.
Ready, go.
Going to the ground again on
Ooh.
and this player get back to the line. Defense all over this one. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. And he's in his park partner. Got him 8 yards. Sets up 3rd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
They stick with Gainwell. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. 5 yards on that play and a new set of downs.
That's another Falcons.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta.
First and 10 at the
Falcons
37-yard
losing by
line.
7. New set of downs from 37.
Get up. Bronco switch. Bronco.
They'll run here on first down. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Bronco 80. Liking 18.
First down, and they go right back to it. They're back top. Not the stop they could afford, Brock. He just won't lose his yards.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second.
And he could have a free play here.
At the Chargers' 25-yard line.
Throw cut at the 6. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. A bit jumpy across the way there, and that halves the distance ahead of him on first down. Back to throw. Has it in close. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Falcons trying to get everyone up and set here.
Brings up second.
Setting up to pass. He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons cut it to a point late in this one. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
Here's Smith on the return.
The Chargers take over first and 10. They're on 17-yard line.
LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's first and 10. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Dumped off to his running back. And they get him for a loss. That's a big one, Brock, and might see them burn a timeout. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Back to the line they come, second down. They're going to pass it here. All the left side. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be its second. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The 2 were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
That finds Pittman complete. And they're going to touch him down as they wind up with a nice gain on that play, and they got a new set of downs, too.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
So they'll head up here, first and 10 from the 34. Here he is to throw. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. He will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
Home control.
65 yards is the gain on the play. That's another Chargers first down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
So the Chargers take this one on the road.
Take the 1-point victory.
Everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way.
The boy was getting banged, you hear me? I was out there banging the shit out of that boy. that I had to let that motherfucker know what time it was.
It was only opened in 2020, but quickly became one of the league's most recognizable venues. You're looking at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Glad you could join us, football fans, as we get ready for kickoff. It's Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt up in the booth. And Brock, I want you to take us back down to the field. When you were a player, what are these moments like just before the game begins and you take the field for the first time?
Well, you wish you could hit fast forward. You wish you could just get to this, right? Because you are so ready to go. You've done all your work over the course of the week.
Okay, okay. Got me a real opponent this time.
These guys visualize. These guys self-talk. There is so much mental work being done. They've already played this game in their mind in many ways, and they're just ready to go.
Nice run back, but what a hit we had at the end of it. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They'll go play action.
Good defense.
Falls incomplete. That throw was looking for Kyle Pitts. So 2nd down coming up.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Working now from the gun.
Mm-hmm.
Holding up, they're able to drop it. And they come through the sack to bring around 3rd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile. Here he goes, 3rd and long. We look underneath here, Robinson. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Here's the snap on 4th. And it's a turn.
Good defense.
That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on down.
I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings, because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There's not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset now as they turn it over in their end of the field.
Jump off, Popeye's back. Small gain down to the 23. Making the stop, that was last year's Heisman Trophy winner, Travis Hunter.
2nd and 6 at the 23-yard line.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. He's holding up, they're able to drop it. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A loss of 6. It's now 3rd and 13.
Caught him across the line early there. That's an easy call for our officials. So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards. Penalty helps them out a little bit as they come up on 3rd and 8. I'll air it out on 3rd. That's caught. Here's Arroyo. He will not score. That does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal. Less than a yard away from the end zone.
That's a statement throw right there. The statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be...
And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Chargers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6.
Strip it. Let me get the strip. I had 6 people there. 6 people there. We should have got a fumble.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. To the right side and reeled in by London. And this one does not go far.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that is good enough for Atlanta.
Man, come on, dog.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
First and 10, around to Robinson.
There we go. There we go.
Midfield and down into enemy territory. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Takes the handoff. Now to throw.
No boy is out there.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. For that defense, who puts a sack on the board. An early deficit means you lose the runway to slowly get your offense up to speed. This offense got to get going, and that incompletion won't help.
Offense staying out there. Looks like they're going for it. They're going for this.
Wow. Wow. Come on, man.
This gets down inside the 35-yard line. That big 4th down call is how we close out our first quarter.
I can't believe y'all did this to me,
Is
man.
our score. We're back to SoFi right after this. Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. He finds his man. It's on.
You keep catching the balls.
And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Looking inside the red zone. And this is going to call incomplete in the red zone. Running it all right there. And we've got to regroup for 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first time so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw here. Buys time, rolling right. He takes it himself. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
That's complete to Robinson. And this drive is going to continue. He's taking out the 2 on 3rd down, and they've got themselves a 1st and goal. Now, not much scoring to this point as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More football from SoFi in just a moment. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Come on.
Off the play fake. He'll throw. And cut in the end zone for the Atlanta touchdown.
I don't like this, man. They just throw the ball in coverage, man. We are there.
Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Here's Smith on the return.
The Chargers take over.
Get my 2 for 1.
At their own 21-yard line.
It's all set. Here's 1st and 10.
Set.
Lone back gets the handoff. This is ahead for about 5. Brought down by Quinn Walker.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Back-to-back carries here. And they find him after just a yard. It's 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door, bigger gap in the future.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Herbert back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away.
And the Chargers, 1st down.
And he's got a free play here. This one won't be reeled in, but they had that green light to take the shot, and they did. Looked like somebody on the defense jumped the snap. Offsides call helps him out. It's only 5 yards to go now on 1st down.
Set. Ready.
Running it after the penalty. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Herbert going to tuck and run. That's a nice running there on that 7-yard gain. Make it 2nd down. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
5-9.
Herbert from the gun. Completed to his running back. And he stopped cold at the spot. He paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
That's another Chargers 1st down.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Hits his running back. And he will wind up out of bounds after a 1st down gain of right around 3 yards.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a conference. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Made at the 10, 1st and goal coming up. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
10 at the 10-yard line.
1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And it sets up 2nd down.
Hey, Kappa. Set.
It's Herbert once more. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. Elijah Arroyo to target on that throw. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
On 3rd down, Herbert. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock.
It took him forever to hike the damn ball, dog.
And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. With only 3 seconds remaining, they're going to bring out that field goal unit. Myers' kick is good. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
That's tremendous execution right there. Really using every bit of time they had left in a methodical drive, paying off with points. And remember, they'll get the ball to start the 2nd half as well.
And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback. Here comes the final play of our 1st half. He'll throw it. On the move, headed right. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. His final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our 1st half. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Looking up towards the dome. Can't bring it in clean. Man, you've got to have a better plan if you bring it out of the end zone. He barely got anything on that run back. Chargers getting set. 1st and 10.
Easy. We'll go orange. Set. Ready.
That's a catch for Nico Collins. And he's going to have this up just a little bit shy of the 20. Working quickly here.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Chargers first down.
Throwing on first is Herbert. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for Michael Pittman Jr. on that throw. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
2nd and 10. Herbert trying again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends him backwards ahead of 3rd down.
Well, even the toughest in the league to catch can still be caught at times. It just takes a defense that's determined and relentless. And the real big key, when you get that split second, you got to take advantage of that opportunity. Defense just did.
3rd and long for him here.
What? Bro, what in the hell was that?
And the Falcons are stopped a little inside the 30.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On the jump.
Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10.
No. Ready.
Running left is Robinson. That's the 20. All the way. That's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons grab the lead on their first series of the half. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Santos connects on the point after. And the Falcons take a 4-point lead. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. This one's going to bounce into the end zone and will end as a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
No lie, that boy pass interference me. Well, my receiver wasn't in the middle of the field, but he was in the middle. He was in the middle of the field.
Here's 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Fires right away, but incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Count it. 5-9. Set.
Back to the air, Herbert. It's a completion to Michael Pittman Jr. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40.
Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
1st and 10, Herbert. Bails out of the pocket quick. Now here he goes. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the first.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. Pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's going to give the Chargers a first down. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Oh, boy. Y'all really doing a number on me right now.
So even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. But I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there'll be more interceptions.
When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this second half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
He has him on the quick hitter. And he's close, but they say he did not get there. It's going to be 4th and maybe a yard.
A 9-yard gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
Looking to throw. He's got it. Complete to Collins. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
And the Chargers, first down.
Herbert to throw once more. Near the goal line. That is an LA touchdown. The Chargers take a lead just before the end of the third. Myers to add the PAT. Drifted near that upright, but he gets it to go. And the Chargers push their lead to 3.
Falcons, 14.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff.
Set to kick off.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. And this drive will start inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. Fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So one defender failed. Well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, back to throw. And the Chargers get home, and they drop him. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
It's double-edged sword. I totally understand. These quarterbacks today are so athletic, and they love to keep plays alive, but it can turn smaller losses into much bigger setbacks like we see yet again.
Throw left side, and St. Brown has it. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A big gain on the play.
He's back to throw.
4th down.
And this one winds up incomplete. They took their shot at extending the series, but it's going to be a new possession when we resume play.
Good defense, guys.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Set. Black 80, black. Set.
On 1st down, they'll run. Oh, he drops a touchdown, Los Angeles! The Chargers keep their drive alive and reach Pater one play later. Going after up and good for Myers. And the Chargers make it a 10-point ball game. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Fielded just shy of the end zone. Oh, he put him in a spin cycle. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Throwing now off the play action. Throw left side is caught by Pitts. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Shotgun snap, they'll throw. Escapes the pocket. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. Big shot is hauled in. Peter inbounds. Oh, what a play! One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
First and 10, looking to throw. This one falls incomplete. Ross St. Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Second and 10, and they'll stick to the air. Taking a deep shot here. This one is knocked away. A potential touchdown prevented. And now the offense has to make the long walk back to the line for third down. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Third and long, they're going to throw. He completes it in traffic. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down. It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it. Brock, they turn it over on downs.
I think every analytics...
We got tired of that cover three. We got tired of that shit, dog. That shit annoying. Yeah, you tired of it too.